Welcome back to CEO Money. I'm Michael Yorba, your host. All right, James Ross, HedgeChatter. James, don't stay away so long next time, man. Okay. Hey, you've spent the last 15 years disrupting legacy technologies and developing cutting-edge technologies, like wireless, international VoIP, and a host of other progressive technologies. And your core focus for the last 6 years is to disrupt the traditional investment indicators with the CEO of HedgeChatter. And I love saying it that way. Let the audience know what's really going on behind this, because once I got to get in there with you about what this is, I was like, oh, this is it. This is the answer to cancer for trading. Talk to us.
Well, it's interesting. We've been using social media now for over 6 years, and we've been mining social media chat messages. And what we're doing is we're listening to the wisdom of the crowd. So if Joe says buy or sell Facebook or buy or sell Tesla, we're correlating how often through our algorithms is he actually getting it right or getting it wrong. And then once he starts to make, enough positive or negative notifications, our system will alert us to let us know, hey, there's about to be a movement based on all the people that are being right or that are being wrong. It's, and it's funny because, I know we talked about this last time I was on, and, since then come to light, Facebook and Cambridge Analytics being used to possibly sway the election or at least figure out who people wanted to vote for. And, that's really the power of what social is today.
Now, let me jump into a few questions here, and that was a great way to do that. But, I mean, there's a lot more questions that go behind that first statement, but I want to move it along because we only have so much time. Retail investors, day traders, so on, have a difficult time generating lasting profits. Why?
I think the challenge is because they don't understand that information is being used against them. So maybe they read some information out there, and the challenge is they don't understand that information is starting to move. So against them, what I'm really referring to is more of a latency. So if you start to read something, so maybe on your show, you're talking about a great company that's coming out, they're putting some information together, and somebody hears about it, and they want to wait and maybe do some more research and due diligence, which is good and understandable. But the challenge is they're waiting and waiting and waiting to collect more information. That stock price is ticking up, 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 and up. And so what's happening is the information, the reason I say it's against them is because they're waiting until they hit this heightened point of, okay, now I'm gonna hop into it. And at that point, they could have missed a 10, 15, 20% run up. And so kind of with social, what we're doing is we're mining and pulling that information in, and we're basically saying, hey, look, we have an alert on these particular stocks, and these are starting to trigger. And the reason they're triggering is because all the people who are talking about buying this security, they're actually getting in and buying in now. So we're allowing information to be, useful to people, because instead of having to read and wait and build that trust, they're able to see that, I can trust these people because they've been into the market before, they bought things, they've been successful, and then this way they can actually take advantage of getting in, and then they can ride and enjoy that 10 to 15 to 20% up versus buying in later at the top.
Now, that's the B2C side, but you would do a B2B side where, let's say, a guy that owns the company that's publicly traded, say it's a small cap guy, he can understand through what your technology does who's shorting the stock. Why are they? Where are these shorts coming from? Right?
Or better yet, where's the negative information coming from? Because at that point, the volume is going to dictate exactly what the action will be.
Yeah, but let them go on with this, because this stuff, this you don't get every day.
Well, that's a great point, because you have a lot of CEOs that are building really successful and really good innovative products and companies, with products and services. And the challenge is you may have short sellers that are come out and they're going to start publicizing some information. And the reason they're doing that is because they're trying to get on the negative side, and they're trying to push the stock price down, obviously. So the CEO and his entire executive management team, they're all out. They're hitting the road, doing the Road Warrior show. They're out and they're building a successful company, but then you have these short sellers that are working against them. And so what's interesting is we can actually see is the sentiment starts to change on a company, but more importantly, we could see how much of it's being manipulated. So we know, and our subscribers know, wait a minute, someone is trying to actually manipulate this. So they're trying to create this fear factor, or as we all know, the market makers, they like to stomp the stops, right? They'll come in, basically short something down. Everyone feels they need to get out. They get out, and then suddenly the price shoots back up, and they're missing out. And that's what we're trying to help people avert.
Who's using social and big data for trading right now?
So retail investors have been using this for quite some time. Within the past 4 years, hedge funds have gotten into the game. So hedge funds are basically trying to get any type of data. In fact, you see on TV where hedge funds are buying satellite data to see how many cars are in a retail shopping center to try to gauge how much, the receipts are going to be. But they're also buying our data as well because they want to understand, again, who's getting it right, who's getting it wrong. And now in the last year, wealth managers are moving into this because people are wanting to take a little bit more control of their portfolio, and they're asking the wealth managers, where should we really be? And they need some new alternative data set, and that's kind of where we fit in.
All right. We only have so much time, so I'm gonna get into some other stuff. Now, we talk a lot about cryptocurrencies here. You got stocks and cryptos, beginning to take up, beginning to fall off. What are you seeing out there what's going on with both of these markets? They're very volatile now.
Very volatile. So the market right now, we oversee, obviously today was a negative down day, and we kind of predicted this back in November. We said March, based on all the sentiment analysis that we're doing, it looks like March is going to be a down month. So we actually were calling that back on November 16th. And so what's happening is crypto had its run up, and now it's come back down. But what we're seeing is we're starting to see the build again. So if you go to any crypto conference right now, they're sold out. You have to buy these things the moment they come out, because what's happening is we're kind of in that that collection period where people are starting to collect more cryptocurrencies. They're getting in more crypto investments, and we're starting to see that take off again. Now it's going to be probably about another month or two, and then we're going to start to see a big spike, and that's what our data is showing us right now.
A big spike up in crypto in a month or two?
Yes.
Okay. Now, look, I want to keep talking about it, but I can't. We have to come back again. You got a pre-launch coming up, right?
Yes, we do.
Talk about it in the remaining time. We got about a minute.
So basically, we want everybody to come to WFN1.com, and there's a link on the site, and that'll bring people into, and we're going to be doing a special launch where we're going to allow people, just like we're seeing with stocks right now, you're going to be able to see the same thing with cryptocurrencies. You're going to find out which ones are starting to accelerate in price. That way, if you want to get in early, we're doing the same thing with ICOs to find out which ones are the most talked about. Also, being able to understand what's changing in the crypto space. Why is this changing? And we're able to do that through our software. So people are basically, you'll be able to come into WFN1.com, click the link, you'll be able to register. We're going to send out our pre-launch, which is happening the next couple of days. You'll be able to sign up, and we're going to keep you informed on what's happening. And this is from the people that are all in the market talking about it.
James, we got to go, but you're coming back soon. I'm going to make it happen.
Thank you very much, Michael. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. James Ross, HedgeChatter. Click on the banner on our website for his site. It'll take you right there, hedgechatter.com. You've been listening to CEO Money with Michael Yorba. Get us everywhere. Podcasts and social media. Thanks for joining. We'll see you again soon.